Here is a tabletop review of a God of War Leviathan. It is from ancientsmithy.com. I believe they have accounts on Amazon and eBay, and I got this off of their actual web page. They do happen to be located in Kiev, Ukraine. I have had this for a few months now, and it actually took 3 or 4 months to receive it when I placed the order. I think at the moment, any orders made might be pretty sketchy whether or not they actually show up, seeing as all the craziness going on. It does list as being forged, but in looking at the head of the axe and the markings and whatnot that are on it, I do believe it is a cast piece. However, it does have some very nice work done over the top of it. I'm assuming this is some kind of long process like laser engraving or something like that. Probably also the engraving that's done along the handle, which is really nice, but as good as it is, I can't say that this is done by hand. Maybe some of the rounding off on this. The wrap is tight. It's pinned pretty well. It could loosen up, I would assume, with heavy use, but this is really more of a showpiece than it is a actual go out and chop down a tree or smack some things around type item. I did on this particular one go ahead and add some gold to this center emblem here because that more closely matches what the Leviathan looks like in the God of War game, God of War 4 and 5. It is a fairly substantial piece. I'll get a tape measure here on it. It is nearly exactly from end to end 3 feet. The head of the axe is pretty significant. As you can see, from end to end, it's 13 and a half or so inches long. It did come unsharpened, fairly blunted on the ends, but that's understandable seeing as it has to pass through several countries in order to make it to the US. So being sharpened is that's going to be a hindrance to making it through probably a lot of European countries. So they leave it blunted. I did take a belt sander to it and put somewhat of an edge on it. It's not sharp enough to nick open the ends of my fingers or anything like razor sharp or even paper cutting sharp, but that's not exactly necessary. But somewhat of an edge is better than it being completely blunted. I could take it out and go, chop some cantaloupes or watermelons or something up with it if I wanted to. But like I said, it's more of a showpiece than something you want to bust up and get real dirty. It is, I would say, worth what you're paying for sure. The quality is very nice. I mean, you actually could take it out and swing it around, and I imagine it would hold up pretty well. It is It is put together at the end just like any of your normal, hardware store axes. It's wedged in there, glued fairly well. However, though, that head is very heavy, so weight's going to do what it's going to do when you smack it into something. It is just a little over 9 pounds. Whenever I step on an electric scale with it and step off and then step back on without it, it's a little over 9 pounds of difference. Ancient Smithy has coupons they offer pretty regularly from what I know of on their website. If you sign up for their email list, they do sales around holidays, which is when I paid for this last holiday season. They have several different options. This is just one of them that I thought was fairly nice. It has the engraving on the handle, the more full wrap, and these runes here that are filled in with what looks like a blue dyed epoxy. Let me flip it over here, show you some of the girthiness there on the head. Real nice detail on the carvings. This engraving is fairly significant also. It's pretty deep. I don't believe there's any fastener or anything in this hole. It's just a hole in the mold. They probably could put something there. Very nice. I've enjoyed it. I carried it around the house for quite some time after I got it. Still do every once in a while and freak out the family. If you put an edge on it like I did, got to be careful with it. That weight, it'll slip out of your hands if you go to swing it around. So don't swing it around anybody or anything that you want to not have shatter or break into pieces. Anyway, though, that's my review of the God of War Leviathan axe from ancientsmithy.com. See y'all in the next one.